this video, we'll be learning about Excel 2010 AutoFill, the AutoFill feature. So let's begin by typing in the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this would take a long time to type out many numbers, and say for example you want to create some tickets to fill up a stadium. You need to create 10, 20, 30, 50,000 tickets. This would take a long time and it's prone to error. There must be a faster way. Now Excel is great. All you need to do is to type in the first two numbers, highlight them, so click, drag, and hold so that you can see a big thick black line around both boxes, and move your mouse cursor until it changes near the bottom right corner. It changes to a black plus sign. Click and hold down the left mouse button and then drag down. So if I wanted to create 100 numbers, and this is great, you can see how quickly we auto-filled all the way down to 100. So you can see if I hit the up arrow, it goes all the way to the top. And let's try it sideways. So if I type in the number 2 sideways, I don't want to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll take forever. So I'm going to highlight the first two numbers and I'm going to move my mouse till I see the black plus sign, and I can even go sideways. Now this is great. Now let me just highlight the entire column here by clicking on A and then trying to press delete, and I'll just clear this up and try something different. Let's try the numbers 10, 20. Now can we count by tens? You highlight the first two numbers, you move the mouse to the bottom right corner until you see the black plus sign, and then you click and hold the left mouse button and you drag your mouse and then you let go. You can see that this is a very useful feature, and we can even try some patterns such as follows. If I go 11, 12, we can even highlight the first two numbers and drag it down. You can see we auto-filled from 11 to 20. And now let's try doing some interesting things as follows. If I highlighted the first two columns this way and I try dragging it to the right, let me just unmerge this cell here and get rid of this information. Let's try something interesting here. So let's drag it to the right and notice how we have a pattern that's as follows. The 10, 11 becomes a 12, 13, 14, 15. The 20, 12 is subtracting by 8, so it figures out that we're subtracting 8 every time. Whereas 120 is subtracting 80 each time. So Excel is pretty good at figuring out patterns. Let's try one more advanced autofill feature. Let's try the idea of growth. So if you've been following the stock market the last 50 years or so, you notice that depending on the type of stock you choose, you might expect a growth rate of 8% or perhaps negative 20% depending on your particular mix of stocks. But let's try, say you inherit $100,000, or maybe you inherit a home. If you're lucky, you'd inherit $300,000. Sounds like nice. And I want to actually try to make it figure out how it would grow over time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a growth autofill. The nice thing about a growth autofill is that you only need to type in one number, the initial number. I'm going to move my mouse till I see the plus sign, and this time I'm going to right click. I'm going to right click and drag down. So you notice how you see a little pop-up box. Notice how you held down the right mouse button as opposed to the left. Go to series. And we notice how this box pops up called series. We're going to change it to growth. So we're interested in a growth, and a step value of 1.1 would mean 10%. A step value of 1.08 would mean 8% growth. So click on OK. So how would your money increase? So I'm going to say this is the year, and if I said year 1, year 2, and let me just highlight both numbers here, move my mouse, drag it out, do a little autofill here. So you can see by the end of the 10th year you would have over $600,000, which is great, assuming you don't touch it. But it's so easy to spend money, isn't it? Okay, so we have a beautiful growth autofill. Let's try that again. What if we had a checkerboard? We have 1, 2, and If you think of a checkerboard or a chessboard, you have an 8 by 8 square, you go up to number 64. So we're going to just keep going here all the way to 64. So I went a bit too far. I'm just going to highlight these and just delete these. Now, how much money would you have? So let me just go to the top here. So let me just Control B is bold, Control B is unbold. How much money would you have if you start off with $0.01, $0.01, 1 cent, and you keep doubling it by the end of 64 days? How much money would you have? I'm going to growth autofill this. I'm going to move the mouse to see the black plus sign. I'm going to right click and drag down, and this will be quite interesting. Go to series, go to growth, and I'm going to say step value 2, which means 200% or double it. So you can see that initially, you can play a golf game as well. Start off with a penny and double it each time every round, and it may not seem like a lot of money. By the end of the golf game, that penny would grow to over $1,000. It doesn't sound like such a low stakes wagering. So what about as for filling up a penny across the whole chessboard? Now the number is so big that we're talking about dollars here that it doesn't even fit it. And if I were to increase, double click between E and F, or to drag it, double click it here, this number is just so big we have to use scientific notation, which is getting confusing. 1.75 times 10 to the exponent 11, 12, it gets huge. This is just an absurd number in the billions, trillions, and there's just so many. You don't want to wager this amount. It's just too much. So congratulations. Hopefully you had some insight into understanding how to use AutoFill as well as growth AutoFill.